RWRRRWRWRR.
I see, that's a lot of errors, but yes, I see no reason to delay this any further. I say, or I was about to say before that came on, and now that merely reinforces that notion, so hello everyone. And welcome to everyone whosoever may be a recipient for this message, and thank you Red Bear for the 44th month resale with all the RWRs you could ever want. And well, you know the usual. The usual stuff that I always forget how to say, which is to say, enjoy your emotes, which I think I'm finally gonna try to get it figured out how to fill in the rest of those slots. Enjoy your no ads and enjoy your extra channel points and all that good stuff, which you know you might find other ways to enjoy even without needing to sub, wink wink, but anyway. That is another chapter of forbidden knowledge, but yes, hello. To whosoever, etc, etc, I said this already, but you know, I am very bad at chaining together series of ideas into segues that don't sound stilted, and this is another demonstration of that. I will try to, I suppose, attempt to do so in a different fashion by moving over to the thing that probably should be here, and yes, it looks like it's there. Right, at least that is not completely breaking out this time. So that's some nice news. But yes, I live again briefly once more. And I want to do a couple of things. This will probably turn out to be something of a shorter stream for a couple of reasons, but I'll still try to do a few things that hopefully don't involve me being dead as I do them, but also hello Akadar. Fix the playlist for now. Yeah, I did see that apparently quite a bit of VGM on YouTube is having some problems right now with like Nintendo in particular going after stuff, which is you know, always annoying, but at least it seems that there's some options to maintain stuff like the Chase VGM playlist you know, state that's kind of working, which is, you know, very much appreciated that you are also well, just working on that and taking care of that. And speaking of that, why don't I go ahead and start things off without any further ado by looking for some things to click, one of which is off screen over here, which was the shuffle button on the Chase playlist. Also, hold on a moment, because there's like the odd rave party going on with the bitrate on OBS right now, and it doesn't seem to be because there's like any actual outages. I guess it's just because of good stuff slowing down in general. But it doesn't seem like it's going on for long enough that it's actually disrupting the stream. So hopefully it stays that way. But yeah, I just went ahead and successfully did the shuffle on the playlist, which I will get to in a moment to go ahead and do some VGM guessing. I don't know how to say words. As I alternate my attention between several things, which I probably shouldn't be doing while I'm trying to speak, but I do so anyway. But anyway. Speaking of multiple things, I suppose I can read off as usual the stuff that's at the very top of the playlist after it shuffles, which I'm not going to play through because I can just see what it is now, including that little bit of Paper Mario track that played just now, which is Mount Rugged. There's also some Sonic 2, some Darkest Dungeon, some Zombie Save My Neighbors, Wild Arms 2, which is just a submission thing for now, but probably will get in sooner than later, just because of the nature of who's submitting it. Sonic Mania, Dracula X, Arcadia, Crash Bandicoot 3, Celeste, Laddie's Strike, which I think is from that one of those like Pico 8 Celeste games, which I guess exist. And I think I've seen them in the Maxima Flashpoint, because they have them on there as well, Pico 8 stuff. Just like with regular Celeste, I have not actually touched them. But let's see. After that, it's Dragon Ball Advance Adventure, Jogging from Punch Out, aka a certain track that has a certain phrase associated with it. I saw a certain meme, and also Hotline Miami 2 Delay. which is not a track name from Hotline Miami that sounds immediately familiar to me, which means that I probably have no idea what it actually is going to sound like, but well. For that very reason, I should probably consider it fortunate that it's like the final not playing track from the top of the playlist here. But now that I've gone ahead and gotten to that point, let me go ahead and fade out this Curse of Darkness track that's playing on the local one here. I actually downloaded the, well, a game rip version of the Gabriel Knight 1 soundtrack to add to my local playlist here just before this, which I was meaning to do for a while, but couldn't really add very many tracks from it. I added like a handful of them in a rush because it turns out that they all have like generic metadata, so I have to adjust that manually for each one. But in other news, well, I guess I can play a little bit of this Hotline Miami one. Not too much though, because I get the feeling this is also going to be kind of copyright ID happy, the nature of Hotline Miami tracks. So let me go ahead and click next in just a moment. As usual, you know, 5 random tracks each will play for about a minute, starting with this one, which at least I'm able to easily identify. And anyone else may also freely attempt to do so. But yeah, this is actually from a game series that I know quite well because I've been playing it since I was a kid. But whoever actually played any of these games on the stream, even though I could easily have many options for how I could do so. I feel like playing any of these games on the stream would be a considerable time investment, so it's the kind of thing that I probably have to give some thought at least, but it's always an option. But also from a series that I feel like I know well enough that I don't really feel as compelled as I would with something else that I haven't played as much to like replay it, but I don't know, doesn't mean it can be fun. Has it been a minute yet? Not quite, but now it has, so yeah. This is also one of those tracks that is quite conspicuous and probably pretty easy to identify, that plays in like the background of internet history and videos, because he does like to use VGM as like background music a lot. Probably noticed in a few of his stuff, but yeah, this is Kingdom Hearts 2 Working Together, aka the Mysterious Tower Battle theme, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember if this was replacing like Sora version of Twilight Town, but I think it might. But yeah, that's a thing. I even fucking vaguely remember that the image that used for this video, it's like a Kingdom Hearts 2 image. I actually got like a poster of that in a magazine back in the day, and I actually had that on my wall for a while, but this was like back when I was fucking 12 years old or something. But I remember this precise image for that reason. But anyhow, go ahead and move on to whatever that second track here is. Ooh. Which I think I can identify. I can definitely know the game. I'm a bit iffier on the tracks from the track names because I never actually played this. But coincidentally, I was actually updating my chase quest spreadsheet thingy with some level of detail over the course of the past couple days. Mostly trying to update it to make it a little bit clearer which of the games that are on there would be like stuff that I would have to buy that I don't actually have available yet. But I did notice that a couple of games I was surprised by were basically adventure games that I had not lent any attention to, basically. Well, I mean, this one I've been aware of for a while. I've been aware of it since like fucking 10 years or something. I think I remember this soundtrack actually being linked to me from a web group back on fucking TinyChat when it was like 2011 or something. But I never really got into it all that much, even though I feel like I've also been aware of this game for about that long. And I've had it available for about that long. It's been well over a minute now, by the way, but never actually got around to playing it. Maybe I'll keep that like in the back of my mind for like options of stuff that I could play sometime this year. Maybe if I do more stuff with, what's it called? With the Adventure Archive Chase Quest Fusion, but this is To the Moon. I think it's like 4 River piano version? No. Oh yes, never mind. It says for River, Piano, Sarah and Tommy's version. I don't know if that implies that there's... I guess that does kind of imply that there's at least one other version of For River, but I have no idea what that would be. But yeah. I figured that at least the initial combination of words that I said for that is gonna be good enough. Yeah, I think this is like one of those weird plot-based RPG maker games too. I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out at some point, but figure out what else I need to. Well, I already know what. Well, sure, I wonder what this could be. Better be sure to get the right version, but got like 2 other adventure games pretty much on standby to be completed because I never actually finished them because of all the crap that just happened all of a sudden at the end of last year. But I mean, what other Chase Quest adventure game stuffs could I even look into? Well, I guess there's the other one that I just actually looked up just a little while ago today, and had no idea that that was the kind of game it was. It's apparently Earthling Priorities, which is the Chris Total Micro that's up and played this right now. Is a free point-and-click adventure game that you can finish in like 10 minutes, so maybe I'll look at that at some point. Took me 26 hours of work to fix the playlist, oh boy. Can only imagine. And I think I probably speak for everyone in the Chase that uses the playlist in any capacity when I say that we salute your efforts, but yeah, once again I wonder what this could have been. And wouldn't you know it, it didn't even occur to me just upon hearing it, but now that I look at it, it makes perfect sense. This is one of those tracks that would have been affected by the whole Nintendo fuckery that happened over the course of the past couple of days, and as a result this is the 30-minute version, but that's okay. This is what it takes, and this is what it takes. Of specifically Delfino Plaza with Yoshi from Mario Sunshine, which is, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Well, I say if I'm not mistaken, I have to actually look before I confirm it, the 3rd middle track in this little random lineup here. Well, I guess I better click away from it before Nintendo decides that it wants to come for my stream as well, because that'll totally happen. But and there is this something from basically the only game in this series that I feel like I may have some kind of a chance of actually identifying, even though God, there's like so much stuff from this game that I feel I kind of remember as first-hand memories from back in the day when I actually played this, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like it wasn't even back when I actually played this game on the actual, well, I might as well just say it, in the actual Game Boy. No real reason not to. I wasn't the only person that was playing my copy of the game. My cousins played it a lot too, and I feel like they actually got through a lot of significant chunks of the game basically for me, so I didn't even have a clear memory of getting just like through the game as a whole. I feel like I barely even remember understanding how the general RPG mechanics of this game work, but yeah, anyway, it's been a minute and I feel like I don't really have that much more to fluff about as far as stuff to say about this game, so it's Pokemon Red and Blue and it's the rival battle at the end. Specifically the final boss rival battle, not like the normal rival battle. The champion battle. Which, yeah. I feel like the only battle track that I feel I actually remember distinctly from playing the game myself is the wild Pokemon battle track. That one would probably turn out to be the one that I encounter the most frequently, which, you know, makes sense. I feel like that probably makes sense to say for just about anyone who plays these games, but I mean, in my case, it only just extrapolates to meaning that anything else I have an extremely iffy and blurry first-hand memory of. And that hasn't really changed in all the years since, and it's been a lot of years, but anyway, go ahead and move on on to what I think is the final track here, which is, oh, wouldn't you know it, from... I'm fairly sure this is from another quite popular VGM series that I continue to, well, know even less about than the last one, because I don't even have any actual first-hand experience of playing this back in the day. And I'm pretty sure that whatever specific game this is, which I have a suspicion, just based on the sound, isn't even something that I've touched in any capacity at all to this day. But hey, who knows? I mean, ironically enough, compared to Pokemon, I feel like I have a somewhat higher chance of actually playing some of these games at this point. Like, out of all the popular stuff in the chase that I don't know and I complain about, I feel like either this or a certain other one might be the most probable option for stuff that I would actually check out. Like, even if I look at the six series that I complain the most about that fit that description, it's this and Sonic later. That have the highest likelihood of actually being played. This was Mega Man 5, okay, I was right about that. I would not have been able to guess Gravity Man though. But apparently that's what this is. Mega Man 5, or apparently Mega Man down arrow that is also hollow. As per the weirdly specific way that Roman numeral 5 is stylized on the cover for this. And that weird, like, crumpled yellow-brown piece of cloth or whatever it is on the title screen, but I have no idea what it is because I have zero context for anything in this game. Been curious about that for some time, but anyway. That has been, is this like 3 minutes of G-Beller? I think it is. It's exactly 3 minutes. But yeah, that has been the final little random track in our selections here, so let's play one more just to see what it is. Oh, wouldn't you know it, it's way to play, because it means that if I continue to use this particular shuffling of the this stuff, this won't come up again, so I feel like this is one of the very rare indeed things from this series that I would actually be able to identify with some degree of ease, just because of the amount of times I've heard them in the chase. But yeah, this is Pokemon Gold Silver, and it's... I mean, not like I would know what these words mean within the context of the game itself, but apparently it's Ecruteak City and Cyanwood City or Cyanwood City. Not even sure how I meant to pronounce that since it's an I in the name, but there you go, that's your bonus track. All these G-Bellera are the only ones left. Correct loops are all killed by Nintendo. Yeah, that happens. I'm honestly pretty surprised. Like I've mentioned a few times, that in my YouTube thing that I pretty much use exclusively for uploads at this point, I've had a Nier Automata track on there. I guess I'm gonna look at it real quick. That's not the, what should I call it? It's not the OST version exactly, it's like specifically the vocals part of the Nier Automata track, Bipolar Nightmare, I think, yeah. See if this thing will actually load so I can actually look at it in a moment. And I've had that on there for quite some time, and apparently Square Enix hasn't cared that I put it on there. They haven't actually harassed me about it yet, even though they actually took down one of my other not even Nier Automata uploads, fucking Final Fantasy XIV upload of the crossover thingy that they had with Nier Automata. Just because it wasn't an extended one, even though an extended one has been like on YouTube for longer than the one that I put up, and that one I'm pretty sure is still up if I look it up. Which, it sure would be nice if I could do that, but this thing simply will not load. What gives? Oh, just 1 second right on time. 1 second left on that video before it goes to the next thing. Let's go ahead and put this back in. Oh, this thing really does not want to load. And also, hello, Chocolate Cake, welcome into probably somewhat shorter stream of me doing something that I wasn't really necessarily planning on looking at, but my attention has just been drawn to this thing that just quote-unquote came out. Oh, this thing does not work. Oh, I think I might know what the problem is. I still have the fucking VPN active on Opera. Which I forgot. Oh yeah, I wanted to turn that on for a moment because I was trying to figure out if I could use the built-in, like that particular built-in VPN thingy to spoof the KH Insider reference link. And apparently you can't, but there is a certain other method that I was using for a while that takes like a few tries to actually work. But it does work, so I use that instead. Oh yeah, here it is. I'm not gonna play the audio for this stream, I'm just gonna mute it immediately, but I did add... oh crap. I did add that weird scuffed chopped version of Bipolar Nightmare on my channel on September 6th, 2019, and it's still up. It's still there. I have not been harassed over it, which is surprising. But hey, might as well just content with that. And also avoid other uploads of that nature. Let me see. I guess I can actually go ahead and try to change the metadata now. So I'm saying in this window to change over to what I'm actually going to be trying to play today, which I was surprised to find is actually a category on Twitch. I wonder how long it'll stay that way. But yeah, just a short while ago, just today I believe. I'm inclined to believe at any rate, a certain project that I'm pretty sure had been anticipated for some time was actually released. And I'm gonna look at it now. That project being pretty much an enabler for a certain meme quote about this game, or the game that this represents, that people have been making for quite a while. Finally, we can play a certain game on PC. Oh, it would help if I could actually, hold on, select a few different things. Let me fade this out so I can actually try to figure out if I can get this on screen. And then we can maybe be in business. How are you doing? I've been doing, I would say, pretty alright. I think I've been finally getting to the point where I don't feel like I'm in danger of not being able to... Well, I mean, how do I phrase this without it just making it sound a lot worse than it actually is? Basically, I was had some coughs for the past month, basically, and now they're not 100% gone, but I feel a lot better as far as it's not like they were a huge deal for the most part. Oh, and hold on, the freaking bitrate is tanking. Alright, there it goes. But I took a few meds for them on a couple of different occasions, and they didn't go away 100%, but after the last set of meds that I did take for them, Alright, I'm trying to run the game over here that I opened up. Not on full screen, but apparently it doesn't want to cooperate. So I'm gonna, I guess, try again just to see if I can. I guess I'm gonna just restart it. But yeah, long story short, I think I'm gonna be fine. And I can actually go back to trying to do these ever-scuffed streams again. See if I can actually maybe, now that I've done the little trial period return this week, see if I can actually go back to, you know, the games and what have you that I pretty much left unfinished at the end of last year, next week, or something like that. So that's what's been going on with me. I hope you've been okay to juggle. And just hit one here. Alright, I don't think software capture is gonna work for this thing, so I'll try window capture. Actually, do I even have a software capture active? No, I don't. It might help if I turn that on. There we go. Right, hold on. Well, you can already see what it is, and you probably could have seen what it is a couple of minutes ago if you looked at the category, that if that updated, but... Let's try this one more time. I apparently can't get this to run in an actual window like I did when I tested this just a little while ago. But inclined to believe that the way that it's working right now is gotta be good enough. But yeah, Bloodborne PSX, demake, etc, etc. It's not just the obligatory "isn't that just nightmare creatures" joke. This time they actually did it. And I feel like I've been very vaguely aware of this for, I guess, about as long as knowledge that it existed has been a thing. And they put quite a lot of options into this though, as you'll see. And adjust all these things, and I think yeah, I actually turned off the old CRT effects when I was like very briefly testing this just a little while ago, but I think I'm gonna leave it on this time just because if you look at some of these settings you will see that it's quite evident that quite a lot of work went into trying to make this, I guess, give it that fake old-timey feel and make it feel authentic. Which is this. Arbitrary FPS limiter drops the frame rate during intense visuals to emulate the original hardware. And load limiter makes loading times longer to emulate the original hardware, which I feel like if I were to turn off any of these it would be this one, but I guess we'll probably just give it all a try with all of these default settings. And audio just seems to be audio levels, so I'm not assuming that'll be fine. I don't know if any of the music that they put on here is gonna be like actual kind of weird MIDI demake versions of any of the vanilla Bloodborne tracks. I feel like if I follow this more closely and maybe some more of the trailers I could answer that easily, but I didn't. So just find out, because whatever's playing right now I feel like I don't really recognize it. So. But let's just get into it.
Oh, yes. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place.
Well, at least I'm pretty sure that the voice clip for this scene is pretty much lifted 1-1 from the actual vanilla game of Bloodborne. Does seem a little quiet, but voice-wise at least, but surely that's mere detail. But yeah, you can actually customize your character, give it a name. You can either give it the male or female voice. Pretty sure there's only 2 voices. And apparently, I mean, this is as far as I got when I was testing this, so I'm quite sure what to expect from this point on, but let me just see. Preview hat. Oh, well, there's your hat. Change your hair type, your face type. Change your... Oh. Only 2 head types are you get your face mask or you don't. What about your face type? Oh, once again, you only have 2. Guess we can... We're probably not gonna get too crazy with this right now because I'm to probably just get into the game. One of these was like the default one. This one, I think. Oh, that one. I guess we'll just leave it there. Body type, head, chest, abdomen. I guess your face doesn't. Well, just like in From Soft games, you know, is a very superficial thing that doesn't really affect the rest of your character in the slightest. I'm not really sure what is changing when I change that. Or this, for that matter. Getting like skinny, okay, I think I see it. Like only at a very specific angle, but I think don't really see this making a big difference. Curves. Can you once again only see the difference? Yeah, very specific. Have skinny legs and arms. I feel like maybe try going for skinny legs and arms. I feel like that's a bit more closer to the vanilla Bloodborne experience. So we can change our hair type. How many hair types do we have? Only 3. Okay. So we can have either that one, the ponytail, or the somewhat edgier one. Yes, for the purposes of this, we'll go for this one. Even though I don't even remember if you could have this precise type of hair in vanilla Bloodborne. For the purposes of this, sure. And as always, the somewhat difficult question, can you just use the keyboard for this? No, you cannot. Alright. At least not... But because I am very bad at coming up with names, I will use the tried and true method of just divination. I'm sure that the method that I'm using for this is a very... would be considered a very completely valid divination method in at least some type of school, I don't know, some type of thought current. What story is this? Charlotte Redoute's The Open Door. Not one I am particularly familiar with, but I might seek to change out over the course of the next several days because of a thing that I'm doing with the book I am perusing for the purposes of this. Let's see. How long can this name be? Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9? Okay. I can only use one of the 2 names that I have stumbled upon. Guess I will go for this. Well, at least, even though the appearance of these letters doesn't actually change. At least the capitalization is automatically taken care of, which is quite nice. Alright, we shall be Dorland. Here's our hair, our face, our body type. We shall continue like this and see, I guess, which of these character origin presets we're gonna go for. I think these are all from Vanilla Bloodborne too. Like, I guess the stats are supposed to be the same. It can be milquetoast. Lone survivor of lost hamlet, troubled childhood, youth, past professional, fit for sleuthing or academia, skilled military veteran, a noble scion, a cruel fate, waste of skin, the classic. Wonder if we are gonna be able to fight living failures as a waste of skin, as we could in Vanilla Bloodborne. But okay, well, speaking of that, let me see if I can make some memory here. If this is like Vanilla Bloodborne mechanically, which of these would be better for me? Probably something like this. Just, you know, to be practical. They all start at level 10 except this one, which starts at level 4. Probably want more vitality and more strength, yeah. Maybe military veteran would be good too, because then you don't get like skill gated. And blood tinge, yeah, is also the... I feel like blood tinge is pretty much worthless unless you specifically want to use like a specific weapon or two that has a high blood tinge requirement. Cruel Fate apparently has... Well, apparently that one has the highest arcane, which I'm honestly kind of curious about, but I feel for the purposes of this I'm gonna go with Violent Pest. Looks like that'll get me like the fastest start, assuming the mechanics are similar. But we'll see, won't we?
Good. All signed and sealed.
Let's see where we go from here.
Now, let's begin the transfusion.
Let's see if this scene is gonna play out just like in Vanilla, or
Whatever happens,
or what?
it all a mere bad dream.
Yeah, I want to see that the low textures, like all that pixelation, looks pretty convincing as far as being from like early 64-bit or just early 3D stuff. But like, even with the self-imposed limitations, I feel like a lot of this frame rate and camera stuff. It's like it's too well stylized and too smooth. It's supposed to look like it's like that, but I'm nitpicking. Honestly, the graphics, beyond those specific details of the animation, which are just like whatever, the graphics are just like fucking chef's kiss. And yeah, even these fellas, I think, yeah, actual, like they're...
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
pretty much share the same appearance, which makes more sense than anything else. Well, anything else in this case being a quote-unquote more fidelity to the vanilla stuff, which would have been oh, there we go. Which would mean, I don't know what it would mean, but I kind of lost my train of thought because I'm in control now. Would have meant that one of them would have had a slightly different appearance. That's what I was probably trying to say, but here we go. We are using interesting controls, but I guess controls that make sense. Assuming that you would have been playing this before DualShock was a thing, because we're moving around with the D-pad and we're using the triggers to move the camera, so it's like Kingdom Hearts 1 original, which is very interesting. Let's see. One of these doors, well, obviously you don't know exactly what's going on in this version of the game, but okay, that's the way out, which means the other door. It's probably not going to open. Yep. Can I... okay. But at least that still works the same way. Using R1 is still the basic attack, and using L1 or... well, yeah, R1, L1 is actually the best way to put it right now, because I am using an actual PS4 controller to play this too. I have 0, I think I have 0, I'm actually not sure if that is 0 or 10 Quicksilver bullets on the top left. I'm actually kind of wondering, since, you know, L2 and R2 are used to control the camera, if, like, how the guns are gonna work. X to lock on and release target. Oh, yeah, I guess we have to, like, the controls are gonna be significantly different, at least in that regard, considering that we apparently can't use the DualShock sticks. Yeah, camera, as we have been doing. And there's the werewolf, who we actually get an identifier for. That's fancy. And because, you know, we are using the D-pad to move around, we can't really adjust the speed at which we move, I think. So let's face our fate here. I wonder if we're gonna be able to beat out this werewolf with no major eventualities. I think we might actually have a chance. Let's see. Oh, we are able to pull off these attacks and not fuck off completely, or fuck up. Shit. Oh shit, I'm in the corner here, so I'm probably dead. I mean, yeah, the graphics are very good. A very good representation of what I would expect from something of this style. Something that specifically seeks this style as well. Now time to see, like, all the wobbliness. I don't know if that would, it's something that I wouldn't necessarily expect from something that's actually off this time, like, maybe a bit more specifically speaking, something that was like, something that looked like this in actual hardware, but that was emulated. It would look a bit wonkier the way that this looks right now. Yeah, that's a bit closer to practical expectation. Like all the wobbly polygons of the door right now, which is The messengers offer you a trick weapon. Choose one. Wield it with the right hand and employ the beast hunting. Soul cleaver or threaded cane. But we don't get the axe. We don't even get the best trick weapon. Hold on. No. Or do we have to get it from here? Firearm. They're wielded. Whatever. The left hand and employed in beast hunting. And I'm actually quite curious to see how this one. Now let's get the pistol. You know, hopefully we can just get like all of these at a different time anyway. Look at that unknown force, so actually, I'm pretty sure that this is a completely stylistic choice. This didn't exist in the original game at all, but it's like fucking something you would see in Banjo-Kazooie or something where it just shows you need one insight before this door will open or something. So we can't use the axe. Well, guess we're gonna use the cleaver in that case. We got the cleaver. Ooh, guess it's a bit like Silent Hill or what have you. Let's look at the inventory. Hunter's mark. Like consumables, key items, right-hand weapons. We'll equip the cleaver, which I guess we already have since I keep on just hearing the same sound. What are the trick weapons commonly used in the hunting business? Long cleaver that makes us trivial force. Bloodletting teeth. At this point, I'm inclined to assume that this is pretty much just, yeah, it's just... Oh goodness. I'm inclined to believe that the descriptions are gonna be like copied 1-1 from Bloodborne. Quicker draw than the blunderbuss, look for speedier responses to attacks, so I'm kind of wondering though. We'll equip it, but I'm wondering how you would use the pistol since it's clearly not gonna be L2 just like in actual Bloodborne. What about my stats? We need 1089 blood echoes to level up. But there are my stats. It's quite to the point. What about the system stuff? Just this. Cheats. We can activate cheats. Okay, this is different. How do I leave that alone for now? What about select? Well, it makes a noise if I press that, but it doesn't seem like anything's actually happening. Let's see. Yeah. Have to use a button combination maybe to... Oh. Wait, what? Okay, now apparently... I'm guessing L1 is for the gun, but we don't have any bullets right now, so we can't use it anyway. But apparently, if you press both L1 and R1 at the same time, that's what happens. Not sure exactly what that is. And here's the bath messenger though. Let's see. What will he sell me? Blood vial, which looks like that. Oh, hold on. It says, like... Hold on. I guess there's like categories that we can scroll through, but we can see like what the list of categories is. But yeah, speaking of scrolling through stuff, you can see that the description is like not all on screen. And there's like a bar that's feels like, yeah, we should be able to scroll down, but I have no idea how right now. If we select that, it just brings us to that screen. It doesn't matter right now because we have anything. Oh well. Oh, a call beyond. We can just get this from the Bath Messenger immediately. Oh, okay, it just scrolls by itself if you leave it on there. Need 10,000 echoes for a call beyond. Well, I guess it's surprising that that's just like available. Bath Messenger from the start of the game, but yeah, get the feeling that things aren't gonna be quite identical, just a hunch. Can we run too? Yeah, we can. Right. It's quite interesting though, but I guess it's you know, it comes with the territory. Period of time in which attacking the enemy in return. Okay, so rally still exists. Visual attack, stagger enemy, stagger the enemy, yada yada yada. I'm guessing that most of these are going to be the same, except charge attack. Well, hold on. What's the input for charge attack? Hold down for a charge attack. Hold partial for strong attack. Okay, yeah, so it's like same thing for it's just holding down like R2 in Bloodborne, I guess. Hold while manual aiming, precision aim. Wait, what? Well, how do I do manual aiming? Just hold down L to manually aim. Oh shit, okay. This is something that probably did exist to some degree in vanilla Bloodborne, but I feel like this is something I more like. Something I associate more with, like, I don't know, actually using the bow in Dark Souls or something. And also cancel the aim with X. Alright. Charge attack. I'm probably just reading these in the wrong order, I'm fairly sure, but... Tap while running, jump, okay. I should probably try that actually. Undodge. Over here. It seems like it works more or less the same as in... Well, as you would expect it to, I guess. Sure. Well, that's how we get above ground again. Something that... Actually, hold on. Before we do that, something that I find kind of strange is the fact that apparently we can't transform the trick weapon. Like, that hasn't been presented to us as an option yet or anything. So, sure what's up with that, if that's just like not a thing in this game. This version of the game. Which would be kind of surprising if you ask me. Ooh, well, apparently you can also just kind of trigger precision aiming and the... okay, hold on, quick weapons. Okay, I guess that's it for that particular path of messages. Yeah, maybe we just can't transform the trick weapons in this version. I guess that's just another thing to take into consideration. A loading screen, so definitely feels like a different sort of a PS1 thing. What is it? Hunter's Dream. Oh, this is like the lantern. Checking the memory card. We have to save manually. Let's save in slot 2. Release target, yada yada. Hold on, can we like immediately go back to the door here and talk to, you know, what's her face? Does not open from this side. Okay, I guess she's not actually here yet. And it doesn't have like a broken window. Oh, you can actually like clip through the wall completely with the camera here, so if she does show up here, then that's gonna be different, certain. There's also a door here, which I don't remember. First for clinic key. I don't remember this door existing in the like vanilla Bloodborne equivalent of this room, and also hold on, there's like a rave party going on in Oblivious, but I think it's fine now. It just keeps happening, I tell you. Right, we're gonna do it for real this time. Oh shit, we actually just got that thing in 3 hits. And got our first 3 blood vials. Topical consumables. Use consumable, okay, so you have to equip the blood vial specifically to use it. It's not like in vanilla where you have the dedicated weapon. There's also this ladder here which I didn't notice before, and it's also a thing that definitely doesn't exist in vanilla either. So we can know what's happening right now, but apparently I thought that I was holding down circle. But apparently we can also just walk. We hold down square, which, okay, I guess that's how we... Slowly. Perhaps stealthily. First floor clinic key. Okay, so this is definitely different. This is intriguing. Big items. We haven't put anything on like consumables or anything. So that's not big quite yet. I suppose I might as well try doing it. Let's see. First, that's system, inventory. Consumables. So we have the hunter's mark. And apparently we don't have it. The things that we just picked up, which was the blood vials. Was it blood vials or I thought it was blood vials. I seriously not get any? I mean, I only see the hunter's mark here. I don't know what's up with that, but I guess I'll just keep going for now. It's locked. So I guess we just have to like go back across here. I'm guessing that will take some fall damage if we fall here, so... Gotta be careful. Like in that one room from Luigi's Mansion where it kind of looks like this, except there's no actual risk of falling. Of invisible walls, but... It's your first time playing that game, you might be fooled. There's like 2 doors up here that we can't open right now. Try to. Gotta keep that in mind. So apparently we can't really do anything either to like change how quickly we move up and down the ladder or let go. That doesn't seem to be an option. We did get the first floor key. That is not gonna open, I guess. It's the same. We can't just get out by way of the... Can we just get out by way of this door now? Not by first floor clinic key, which I thought we had. Well, it seems like we only have an option now. First floor clinic key. Okay, did I not just pick that up? Like, am I tripping? First floor clinic key. Do I have to... like, use that from the inventory? Like, stand in front of the door and... use that? Like, am I crazy? Did I not be able to actually go through because of this? Just seems weird. Oh, hold on. Okay. I completely misinterpreted that. I was like, what? Weapon, equip, smoke leader. Here. Yeah, didn't even realize this was here. Attire, body attire, quick items, key ring, hunter's mark. Okay, so we have our blood vials, so apparently those don't show up on the other inventory. But let's see. So if we stand here, we use this. Oh, okay. Item slot. Oh. Okay, do that. What if I add the blood vials to another one of these? Okay, there we go. Apparently we equip the keys to be able to use them, which is a little bit strange, but... It also does feel like something that you would expect. You maybe would expect. I mean, in freaking Resident Evil 1, you didn't have to equip keys to use them. I don't think you would just get a prompt to use them. with you. That's a bullet transfuser. Hold on, I get up linked because I was thinking about something else. Bullet transfuser. Health for bullets. We have to use an item to do the whole trade health for bullets thing. Let's see if we can actually get out of here now. What lights be on this point? We get to see more of the clinic in this version, I guess. Oh goodness. Blood vials. This is not the same door as before, right? Anyone there? Not that we can see, but... So we're gonna be loading into a different area? Yeah, because it wouldn't really make sense for a PS1 game to act the same way as a FromSoft game where everything's like, you know, seamlessly in one world that you can access everything in it without loading screens. Well, almost. I mean, generally can't walk all the way from fucking Yardam to Castle Canehurst in vanilla Bloodborne, for example. I'm guessing this is the big gate that might trigger like that. Thing to tell you, hey, you're entering Central Yharnam now. Oh. Wasn't expecting that to be an actual area transition though. Not quite yet. I actually want to go back through because what if there's something on the screen that I forgot? Guess I'm gonna treat the loading screens like that freaking that elevator thing from Fear and Red Spray. It's completely unnecessary and you just pat things out, you know, for the in a completely practical fashion, but even so, it's part of the atmosphere and you totally must be respectful towards it. Silver bullets, can we open this? No, this one's locked. I'm guessing that's the one that leads, like, to the back exit of the clinic, and... or at least it's supposed to be something like that, equivalent of that. It became clear very quickly that this is not just gonna be like a 1-1 thing as far as things in the world are laid out. It's actually a lot more interesting that way, though, I approve. Have to wonder, yeah, here we go. Take a couple steps in, now we're in Central Yharnam. I wonder how the cleric-based scream is going to sound, though, but I'm assuming that we're not going to be hearing that while the textures here are interesting, but it works. God vial times 4. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the cleric beast thing. I'm guessing we're not going to be hearing that until the actual equivalent of that thing. What? Huntsman. Go say hi. Just curious about very many things, particularly where it concerns this like early part of the game. Excited to see exactly how it's gonna work. Okay, there's two fellas here. Like we can't actually switch. No, we can switch between them. Even all the selected highlight thing is up. More focus is up. Tough copy. But yes, that's pretty much just my general sentiment right now. I am very curious, just because of what I've seen so far, to see how basically everything is gonna be handled. There's a door. It's locked. We can't knock on the door either. I'm not sure, even in vanilla Bloodborne, which of the doors that we come across that actually face out onto the street. I like the first one we can knock on just to get like a bit of dialogue, but let's see. Let's open up our ears for this part. Yep, there it was. I can only imagine how that's gonna sound once we're actually up close. Gotta be... Just light the lamp. Now transports you back to the Hunter's Dream. Upon death you will awaken at this lamp. But let's save first, since that seems like it'll continue to be a necessity. I don't know if it would make sense or be considered prudent to like rotate saves for this, but hope not. Locked my device. Well, I think this would be it actually. It's not really a door, but it's the window. We can talk to the dude through the window. Let's see if that's still an option here.
Oh, you must be a hunter.
Yeah.
And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done.
Wait, what? You have to talk to him? Oh, that's different. 'Cause I mean, in regular Bloodborne, you can just you can go through here and never even realize that there's a guy there that you can talk to. You open this, just open from this side. No, I guess you have to talk to him in this version just because it doesn't seem like there is anywhere else you can go. He'll say anything else. Honest curse. Okay, so I guess this part is just not voiced. Whatever kind of gain, it will be doing more harm than good. Pale blood, you see. They were gonna transplant like all of the vanilla voice files from regular Bloodborne into this. I'm pretty sure that the ones that we have heard so far are just taken from that directly. Try the Healing Church. Contains all knowledge on blood administration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies a town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. Birthplace of the Healing Church. Said that perfectly well. This might be your chance. Unsure much with outsider. The hunt is on tonight. Might be your chance. Yes, they have like a very heavily digitized and compressed version of the coughing sound effect that he makes, maybe. Assuming that's what that sound is supposed to be. Alright, let's move on. Just continue to carry on. Oh jeez, hold on. Trying to, I guess this is the same kind of trouble that you might run into. You're somewhat unlucky on the vanilla Bloodborne as well if you like spamming the click and the thumbstick to focus on the enemy, but instead it doesn't quite manage to register that, so instead... A little funny how you can just like make the camera clip through all walls and obstacles, but... let's see, can we, like... Yeah, we can. Fall here if you want, and... Oh, I guess if you... That's pretty nice. You can't really control the camera up and down, only left and right, because of the fact that you're moving it with the freaking triggers instead of the stick. It's nice that apparently it does just automatically move itself up and down when the situation calls for it. That's quite nice. Got some extra quicksilver bullet. This man's... Let's see. Ooh. Doesn't to be running into a bit of a... We got 15 blood vials, let's pop one right now, which will be perfectly fine. But we seem to be having a pretty good time of not taking a whole lot of damage when we do get hurt. Which is probably going to be a good thing in the long run, because I do get the feeling that just because of the nature of this, it's not going to be quite as seamless of an experience to control as, you know, it's regular Bloodborne. Trust in my ability to... Oh shit. To Actually, I'm not even sure how I intended to end that sentence. Trusting my ability to just do some particular notion to not suck at the game, but perhaps aiming or keeping my aim at the thing that's actually selected and by the camera highlight, but I don't know. I know exactly what I was trying to focus on when I said those words. This is locked. This over here is... gosh. I'm scared by the low draw distance and the darkness. I feel like it's just a lot more opportunities to fall off into the abyss and die. Compared to, you know, the vanilla game, but... I think this might just be the street with like all the dudes that come after you. Or, well, maybe not necessarily come after you, but there's like fucking 15 dudes in the streets in the first part of the game. That's a part, yep, here they come. That's a part of the game that everyone remembers just because it's can be pretty difficult to deal with if it's like your first time playing a game and you're not like used to deal with stuff. Seems like it's gonna be a little bit more of a sparse experience this time around. Alright. I mean, is there actually gonna be like a big procession of guys, or... like it's only 3 guys this time. I'm pretty sure it was more than 3 guys in regular Bloodborne. This is also a breath of fresh air, you might say. And if we keep going this way, I'm assuming we're also probably gonna be able to up the shortcut back to the slammed in. It's everything like the original, which... yes, it's gonna be a bit of a quest to discover together whether or not it is. What's going on here? Couple of fellas want to mess up our brain. Is the answer to that? Stairs there. Definitely appreciate how the camera in this was designed though. It's like they're reading my mind for me wanting to be careful about checking stuff. Edge. Certain surfaces. Ooh. Hello. Is that not okay? So I don't know what I expected exactly when I saw myself coming to the very end of this street. Wasn't quite what I see here. Not actually 100% sure on what my next move ought to be actually based on that. Let's see. I can maybe try to look at what's on the other end of that street. Of this street that's like all the way down here. I'm kind of expecting this to be like another never mind, it's like it's backwards. It's the opposite of what I thought it would be. This is where the shortcut is. I am not sure if this is an area transition. I was kind of hoping it wasn't, but well, that answers my question. So at this point I'm not sure exactly what triggers the those guys to come back, but I feel like it might be area transitions, not just what do you call it? Not just you know, resting at the labs or what have you. And I feel like this is only confirming my suspicion. If I walk down the street, the like very small procession of 3 guys is gonna be back maybe. No, hold on. Before I go over there, is the like chunky guy that showed up here in the vanilla game. Is he still gonna be there in some capacity? Well, there's somebody over there anyway. Lost Hunter. It might be a little bit tougher to take down, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, I get the feeling that the AI for like enemy hunters in this is not going to be quite as complex as in the vanilla game. Oh, but he can heal himself. He can attack up to 5 times before. Oh shit. I didn't take that into consideration that he could just fuck off into a different screen while that was going on. And of course, that makes the question, is that guy going to be like in this fully perfect state? I'm back over here after that. I better fight him over here, like, without leaving this alleyway then. Pressing wrong buttons to run. How dare you, actually gonna die. No poise. I can't believe you're doing this to me. Only I'm allowed to do that. How dare you? Okay. A little bit more. There we go. Hope this guy stays dead at least. And follows that tradition. Sweaty clothes, wow. Well, that's certainly different. Having an encounter with that dude instead of having an encounter with the fat dude with the big axe that usually shows up back here. Yes, and well, since we got the sweaty clothes, might as well take a quick look over here in the attire that we have. We have the sweaty clothes. Apparently that's a little bit better. I don't know. What if we actually look at the inventory and see how they compare? Warden down, put side vitality +2, skill +4, but apparently nothing special about them either. So there we go, switched up our look a little bit. Let's head back over there. I feel like just based on everything that I said before, I definitely do expect that I will absolutely have to run into these guys again. Yeah, that's right. They're all coming after me. Could be painful. Little painful at least. Ooh, these, okay. Like a bunch of them just kind of appeared out of nowhere just now, though. Right, there. Finally got a return on my blood vial. Man. But now this time we will continue to go all the way over there. Well, all the way over there again, I should say, because we've already been to this end of the street. Which is actually still a bit of a mystery to me. I did notice a few different things, or a couple different things, I should say, on the way here. Oh yeah, there's this way, which we didn't fully explore before. Of course, that would be my new prerogative. At this point, I suppose I'm just kind of curious to see if I'll be able to get to a cleric beast or what have you. Ooh, okay, that's a completely different area. Well, before I got all the way down there to like the bottom part of that screen, though, I did notice a couple of places where you could like fall down into probably a place that would be not death. Just to go back and check that out, but I guess I'll see what's over here before I do that. Okay, neither if this gate's up side. Or that's just out of reach. There's nothing over there. I was gonna say, I hear noises. It's moving crows, carrion crow. Which apparently the crows in this version turn around a lot faster than the ones in regular Bloodborne. They just had like a. Just based on the very first inkling that I got of that horrible noise, I was kind of wondering if maybe another werewolf is gonna be there. But nope, apparently it's just the crows. To be fair, that's another. That's a pretty distinctive monster noise that did become pretty clear what it was after a couple more moments of it being audible. But yeah, also guess that pretty much. The fact that I've been doing it like this for this long means that no, we're not going to be able to transform the trick weapons in this version. Oh boy. There might be a bit of a heavier encounter up ahead, going that direction. I want to see what my other options are. Please work with me, fellas. Boxes for this are interesting to figure out how they work. I feel like it's even hard to see what you're doing when the carrion crows in this version are around. But they turn around so quick too. If they land facing away from you, they just turn around immediately. I see this fellow here. At least that one didn't completely decimate me. That's over here. Bloodstone shard? Like, for weapon upgrades, maybe? I wonder how that's gonna work. Assuming that's in fact what that is. Okay, so I could go up and maybe face a group of enemies, because that seems like that's what's up there. Or I could take a step back, because I feel like there's at least one other place I could have gone. Yeah. This way. Didn't check what was at the end of this route. Anyone there? Well, apparently I can't talk to anyone through the doors or windows except for Gilbert so far. There are more voices. Oh boy, well there's only a couple dudes. What if I try to shoot one of them? Try because I can just get his attention without aggroing the other guy as well. Seems, yeah, like a decent outcome for that right now. Blood vial. Definitely use more blood vials right now, I tell you what. Doesn't seem to be quite as generous with. Oh, did I just get insight? I did. Oh wow. Got insight, but I also just collected it immediately and used it immediately, so it's not like the insight Madman's Wisdom things that you can get in Bloodborne where it just sits in your inventory and you potentially never use it. Apparently this time whenever you get insight you will have no choice but to add it to your total active insight. And well, since we have one insight we should theoretically be able to go back and use the workshop now. Level up as we go. Can we do that? Can open up the... Oh, we can open up this gate at least. Whether this is gonna lead back to an earlier part of this same area, or... It is, okay. Of course, there's still this other gate that I don't know where it connects to. And I don't think that there's any lamps or anything like that that's actually close by. So I suppose what I'll do is go back to the other direction that I guess I left. Unexplored or unfinished, I suppose, on purpose. Because it looks like it might be a problem for me dealing with all these dudes. Alright, hold on. Just wait for this dude to come over to me. Of his own volition. Really high voice. Guess I'll wait for him to do the attack animation first and torch or what have you. And now I can go and deal with the last man's, assuming that there's
I'll mess up your brain.
even more fellas just waiting to pop in.
You plague-ridden rat!
You plague-ridden rat. Oh, there's a crow though. Scared too. There we go. It'd be like really quick if you want to try and get a low risk attack in on the carrion crows in this version. It seems like zoom in preemptively as they're about to finish their flying animation and then like strike, because if like once they finish that, aren't they just gonna turn around to face you really quickly once they hit the ground? Like this one's doing. Ooh, wonder what's over there. I get the feeling that if we keep going in a certain direction, we're just gonna run into the boss. I'm guessing it's gonna be Cleric Beast, just based on the fact that it was pretty much foreshadowed in the same way as it was in the vanilla game. I have no idea what's this way actually. Or what would be this way. Anyone there? Oh, blocked. Blocked is all that we have to say about each and every one of these doors. Oh, there we go. We got another shortcut though, presumably. It's the other side of the other gate that we found. Even though at this point I pretty much really just want to find another another lamp so that we can go back and maybe level up or save. What about this? Can we open this from this side? Nope, it's also locked. Like, I'm expecting Father Gascoigne to be in this, because I'm pretty sure he was prominently featured in the trailers for this. Let's see. Okay. Honestly, that might happen. I hope we have the means to get that back. I'm fairly sure we can just beeline it back to that spot after respawning. Hunter string, but now that we have one inside, I guess that all is actually alive.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you to embolden your sickly spirit.
Alright, I guess we might as well save. Even if we end up losing our stuff. Which I don't know if we will, or if we will have a chance to get it back. So I'll just keep the rest of our progress. Just speak with Gehrman. He was a hunter long ago, but now serves on the advice and knows Gehrman in the
Farewell, good hunter.
in the house.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
Let's see if Gehrman has shown up. I mean, we have one inside now. There we go. We can get rid of that barrier on the door. It hasn't always been that way, like Mario 64 or Banjo-Kazooie. Oh wait, but the inside of the house is a different loaded screen? That part I was not expecting, I guess. Wait, what? There's like more fucking... we need 3 inside to open up that. Like that part is unexpected, but yeah, sure enough, there's German. It's like fucking Mario 64 or something. You need 7 insight to open that door. Guessing that's just like the other entrance and exit into the house. What the deal is with the other doors, though? Using this for upgrading the weapon, if I interpreted that correctly, that I suppose is going to be an option too.
Aha! You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home. For now, I am... Gehrman. Friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
Shop where all the camera changes. You're welcome to use whatever you find, even the spooky doll who is modeled after my apprentice or something. I wonder if that's gonna get brought up in this version. I'll be cute. Open the door, and I suppose we probably will open the door now that I've figured that. But after doing that, I'll go right back in, because I want to see what happens if I at least take a look at the workshop table thing. What exactly are my options there? Great White Weapon, unlock transforms, well, +1, Bloodstone Shard 1. 1 or 2? Can't tell if... I'm a little confused, but probably will end up doing this, but let me look at what the other options say. The pistol. Weapon transformations unlock. Wait, what? Alright. Never mind, I guess this thing does exist. We just had to get to this point. Press L1 to transform your weapon in the pause menu. Like this. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Wait, I'm pressing L1 now. Wait, hold on. Oh, there we go. I guess select it first. I get the feeling that it's probably going to be a good idea to keep this saw cleaver in its regular state, though. It's so weird not being able to transform the weapon on the fray, though. It's like one of the big things of regular Bloodborne gameplay, I would say. But oh well. Let's see. Peeking I had the doll clothes right away too, that's different. Yeah, other than the freaking Call Beyond, which costs 10,000 Legos, like stuff. Which apparently does not include the not include the other trick weapons that you can get at the start of the game at this point. Everything else on there is fairly cheapo. Try view. Start. I still don't know what the deal is with that other gate. Starting with trying to figure out if I'm gonna be able to get my echoes back after I died, or if how that's gonna work. See how we handle this weapon now that it's actually been transformed. Well, whatever. I'm guessing that we're gonna have an easier time staggering the enemies too, that we have the transformed weapon. There's also this whole thing where it's covered a couple different places where it looks like you can jump down, like here. I might actually try it now just to see where we end up. tiny bit of damage there, but that's whatever. And oh, I see. This is actually a good shortcut for what I want to do right now. I get right back over to where I was before. Pretty sure that's not the only place I figured out where you can fall though. Place. But right now I want to see. I go through here. I will equip this crow fellas. They killed me. Where were they exactly? Not in this direction? No, they were in the... Yeah, I died right around here. Like, did they take my echoes? I kill them? Or are they actually gone forever? Ooh, shit, not fun. It might actually be gone forever, which... Well, it's gonna suck if that's the case, but... I feel like it's a little bit easier to kill them, or to hit them with the weapon in this state, but... I guess they might be gone forever, because I don't see... I see a bloodstain, but I'm guessing that actually was from the crows just now. It's not like my bloodstain. Well, just based on how many echoes I get from killing those guys again. Oh, next to another area transition too. Based on how many echoes I got from killing them again just now, I don't think it'll be that difficult to get back to how many I had anyway. Well, you know, it always sucks losing progress or your stuff these games. Okay, let's look at the shortcut and it kind of looks like maybe if I keep going here. Okay, where this connects to. Maybe if I keep going here, I'll run into the boss. Which I'm expecting to be Cleric Beast. I'm guessing. I don't know how much longer it's gonna take. But barely being surprised. Surprised at every turn by how unique everything is. Well, if there's one thing that they got down from the original, it's definitely the compulsion to just roll and get rid of all these breakable items. Oh boy. I feel like this might actually be the like a different part of the street area that I was thinking of before. Where... Ooh. Oh jeez, oh fuck, hold on. Well, at least I got another blood vial, so... Completely lost my focus of being able to target the... Oh shit, the enemies there. This guy. I think it's supposed to be like a... equivalent of a specific enemy from vanilla Bloodborne. Like sitting down in the streets. Inconspicuously, you go right by him, but after you do that, he stands up and starts shooting you. But yeah, I guess this is like the other end of the street area where spells are just gathered. And I'm not gonna lie, I usually like threaded cane is just whatever thing. Okay, yeah, this is definitely like the end of the street. All the fellas are just gathered together, but I usually don't care too much for the cane in regular Bloodborne, but in this version, at least a little bit curious to see how it would handle, how it would serve in this situation. definitely feeling feeling a considerable degree of big slowdown that they have to simulate the character that this was totally on.
Cursed beast!
Where you going? I'm just a little confused. Another, oh yeah, I forgot. Bloodstone shard. I probably should have upgraded that, or used that to upgrade my, oh, this nice. Let's give you another lantern right here. Probably should have upgraded my weapon, but oh well. If I can get enough, like 1,000 or so blood echoes right now, it should be enough to level up once, I think. Guess I'll just go for it and go right back to the dream. Sure if they actually charge you like extra echoes as a nominal fee, but yeah, I'm definitely feeling brain loss now. And yeah, sure is a party of dudes over here. Ooh. Gosh, oh jeez. I feel like there's like the freaking lag in this part is also affecting my inputs, which is weird. Oh, they're going back? Oh, come back. Well, I mean, at least come back in such a way that I... Fuck. I'm able to attack you before you rejoin the place where all your bodies regathered. There we go. Until one more of these fellas comes after me again, just as... Oh, fuck. Good. Moment to go. There we go. It's just like dealing with this situation in the regular game of Bloodborne. You just have to be calm. And we'll be perfectly alright. You'll be able to deal with it, no problem. Just take things one step at a time. These guys. Good dodging. I was able to escape my first assault there. Yep, plague-ridden rat is definitely me. I think I see the guy that's like standing on top of the cart that's probably gonna shoot at me. Over there. Let's quickly remind myself of whether or not, okay, these places are connected. And down the walkway. Yes, there's guys up there. Is there anybody else up here on this platform though? No blood do. At this time, so probably dealing with this guy will be a problem. Gotta tell you though, it seems like not a whole lot of the enemies are actually going to stagger on my attacks. I find it pretty surprising, because I don't think there's very many enemies in this early part of the game that we've been fighting equivalents of, or at least ones that I would consider equivalents of in the version, that would fail to stagger to just, oh shit, regular attacks. Oh, reminds me, before I even go any further in. There's also dogs here. Forgotten about that. There's a dog, and you know how dogs are in FromSoft games. Just make an effort to remove that as an obstacle as quickly as possible. Like, these guys not freaking not staggery, giving Yeah, not staggering even when he's hit by strikes that take half his health. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, that's different. That didn't happen in the original Bloodborne. Dude never actually succeeded in opening the door. Just stayed on the other side the entire time. Oh jeez. I'm gonna run into the fire. But more agile in this version too. Or mobile, I should say. And a lot more decisive with actually attacking. Take license and try to just move away from that guy. You go around over. Just realize that this is gonna be another area transition. Speaking of area transitions, oh shit, coming this way. Actually, kind of curious. Maybe I can cheese him this way. I'm curious to see, since you know that door that he opened up never actually opens in the vanilla game of Bloodborne. Just curious to see what happens if I try to go through it here. I mean, cheesing enemies like this is also definitely in the spirit of FromSoft games as far as I'm concerned. There we go. File times 2, and this would actually be a really good time, in accordance with what I said before, to just go back to Hunter Stream and level up, but I'm just curious to let this go. I think surely I'll survive. I mean, with any luck, this dark transition area and also the dark transition area that was up on the race platform next to the same screen here. Go back and forth between them. Where we will end up if we fall here, because this, yeah, it's a place where we could fall. In the original game. Reckon you're from around here. Stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Yeah, I guess there are probably a good chunk of the voice clips that were taken from the original game are gonna be limited from here on out, which makes sense. Files. I don't mind if I do. More bloodstone shards though. Getting quite a few of those quite rapid succession. More crows. I'm scared of the crows at this point. I think since I'm actually gonna go back here. I can take license a little bit. I mean, just because of how the whole area transition and enemies respawning works in the version, or seems to work. Yeah, all these fellows are back here. Take license this time. I'm just gonna try to go back and just level up for me. Away from which is probably nobody, so those guys are in the way. That's nice. But, run past these guys instead. And that guy too. Let's see if I come up here. And I just quickly, yeah, go back after stream. Don't even have to do an animation where I like stoop down and kneel next to the lamp or anything, which is nice. Okay. Shall I try to do this?
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Let us channel
Very well.
ghosts.
Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
I pretty much tell that she does the same voice as she did for the name in Black in Demon Souls. As strength, as strength, pretty much. Let's see, I can raise my defense and my health. I can raise my strength or strength by 1 point. Stamina, I noticed now that I have a resistance thing. I don't even know if that goodness, if that was a thing in the original Bloodborne. I mean, it's not like I'd be likely to use this resistance stat in Dark Souls 1, surely. I guess I'll just increase vitality for now. Increase it once. And yeah, just tell me no if I try twice. Let's do it. Okay. And let's save too. Pretty good to do that.
Farewell, good may you.
And let's also see if we can actually upgrade one of our weapons at least once. I mean, we only have the one weapon right now, so let's get for that one. Let's get the saw cleaver 2+1 with 2 of these extensions. We'll do it again. We need 2 more to upgrade it +2. But we do have a little bit of extra punch on the saw cleaver now, I suppose. No. Let's see. It's great bonfires there. Actually, before we go back there. A couple of different things. One thing I'm kind of wondering about right now is why didn't we heal back here? Maybe if I awaken again after I turn away from here, then I'll be healed. Oh, I'm still not healed. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I want to go back to the great bonfire actually. But before that happens, a couple things I want to briefly. One of which was would be the other place, right? Notice I didn't fall off the terrain kind of surface. It's a good idea at all, or if it's not.
You plague-ridden rat! You are cut.
I don't quite remember where the other place was where I can honestly fall off, jump off. I reckon it can't be very far from. I actually have no idea. Hope it isn't very far from the entrance to this area. Oh, if I kill them both on the camera. I think it's here. Yeah, actually, let's see if there's guessing, but maybe just leave the camera go. Maybe I can jump from here and make it over there and get whatever that item is. Right. Yeah, there we go. Actually, worked better than expected. One killer. Ooh. And we're able to just fall. No problem. I'm gonna check the menu real quick. Check like item maybe. You can find a binocular here called Blood Monocular. Just put that in the quick item slot. Okay, this is what the monocular effect looks like in this version. fairly faithful to the original, I would say. While in line with the style of this version. If I can wake up those guys or not.
Cursed beast! Stop! Oh, you're fucking flagrant!
Okay, so there are 3 guys. Only 2 guys. And this little cadre of dudes that just after you. It's a total of 4 guys in that entourage. Not very clear on that until, I suppose, this moment. Specifically to observe that. But let's see. Going this way first. And probably running through the actual bonfire area. All the guys are like bunched up in one place. We get back over there. I suppose I am now aware that I can just run through and go past the loading screen that's beyond that point.
I'll lift up your brain!
Leave them behind. Not be at a place where they can chase me. Like a pretty clever plan if I do say so myself. It's not like in regular FromSoft games where if you try to run away from all the enemies, they will actually continue to chase you because it's not like the loading screens are gonna... It's not like there are any loading screens to prevent them from just continuing to chase you. But in here, I can get away with this with impunity. I don't know, audacious way to do things if I do say so myself. Alright, let's actually get here. So you can take care of the crows and have it be a bit less scary with the upgraded weapon. Even though. Shit. Not a huge difference in practice, but well, we got more bloodstone shards, so now we can actually bring this up another level. Maybe now we can one-shot the crows if we upgrade this one more time. Wait, what? We're hearing the we stand here, we can hear the music box lullaby thing. Where is it actually coming from, though? I guess we better keep moving and figure that out. Maybe in that way. We can actually open this gate. That's an actual option. I don't even remember if we could open this gate in regular Bloodborne, but it's nice that it's an option here. I guess this is where the music box is supposed to be like the from the... Oh yeah, no, this is supposed to be the... What's that like? The Gascoigne daughter's house. And we can't reach that or talk to them yet because it's on the other side of that. Boy. Oh shit. I was kind of hoping that they would not figure all these fuckers to after me at once. Apparently they're all gonna stay still. Fuck. Until something. I'm trying to fuck, like, yeah. I'll come to any of them. No. There we go. I'll tell you, I'm actually really quite surprised and pleased in a sense that pretty much all the mechanics in this game work like just well enough that I've been able to make it this far without like too much trouble. And I guess he's not aware of me yet, or he would be shooting me. Hoping and relying on the option that assuming that just like in regular Bloodborne 20 is like your hard cap on how many blood vials you can carry without like runes, which I wonder if they're in this game as well. So I'm hoping that once you're carrying 20, like any extras you get also get sent to your stockpile in the dream or whatever. It would be pretty annoying if that was done away with. Do the werewolves exist here? Werewolves that are like very close to this point on the bridge in the regular, yeah, they're there. Kind of annoying. Because werewolves have a very unique and unpredictable and very prone to fucking you up thing going on, especially in numbers in the original Bloodborne, and I'm not necessarily expecting that to be different here, even though it did seem like the werewolf in the clinic died a lot faster than I was expecting, but what do I know? Could be a fluke. This route is open, I'm guessing that means we can go down to like the sewer area. Or we deal with beast. Let's see what's up here first before we get around with that, because I'm guessing that if we run past where the werewolves are and just like go to the other end of the bridge, the top area of the bridge, probably make it to where the boss is, and maybe that'll also be like a separate loading screen area, but it seems like this is a separate loading screen. Jump down there and in the same place. I feel like I do want to check out what's over here first, though. It necessarily seems like there will be a way for me to go back up, but it's a risk I'm willing to take right now. Be adventurous and see what lies be. Might be death. Yeah, only seen water as landing down here, but okay, no, apparently it is water, but we can stand on it and we just immediately transition to a different area. Alright. Interesting. Well, the way that they've handled the water texture definitely feels very authentic PS1 stuff. Arm sewers. Okay, this is different. The sewer, what about the waterways area wasn't, it was a separate area in regular Bloodborne. Oh, rats. I don't know the rats, but maybe I'm reading too much into this, but maybe this is supposed to be like, yeah, the rats with like the freaking glowing eyes that you see very, very briefly in the old Hunters. Like we make it like the place where you fight the human version of Vicar Amelia or what have you. And some other hunter, so a human. There's like a tiny dark alcove at the back of that room where you see like a small handful of those rats, but they have glowing eyes that actually give off light. But it's pretty much just there for effect, and that's kind of the impression I'm getting from most of those rats that are here, so maybe that's the intent, or maybe it's just a coincidence. Oh, another patrol? Yes. No. Patrolling, I guess. Actually, I have no idea what I'm getting into here, I feel like. It kind of makes sense that we would have like this separate area in this version, just because I'm sure we're gonna have to just go through here to get to fuck. Well, I lost a very unfortunate amount of echoes there. Not just because of the obvious, but also because like that. I'm pretty sure that would have been enough to level up, but oh well. I think it might be about time for me to relax things. I'm actually gonna check something real quick if I hear something weird that I should probably check on, so please bear with me for a moment. Alright, I've returned. Not really sure why, but my dog was like clawing at the door for a bit, but I let her in. Now she's here. Hanging out. Not sure what. Fine. Unlike the other doors were open, so. But let me see. How was I thinking? I'm thinking that. I have to actually. That I probably won't end up going like stream for that much longer, but something that I definitely want to check out, like I said before I wrap things up here, is the equivalent of a cleric beast fight that I assume exists in this version. So in order to do that, looks like the best option that I'm gonna have is probably not to do what I did, which is to walk away from that lamp, but rather to use that lamp to go back into the hunter's room. And then from there teleport to another one. And actually, as long as I'm in the hunter's stream, I'll probably just get another upgrade for the weapon that I have. Seems like that's an option now. She's just hanging out, sleeping on the bed now. Not sure. Not before. Yep, so clip it to +2. Now we have none left. Oh yeah, because we need twin bloodstone shards. When I say yes as if we're... yeah, because... basically as if I knew anything about how the weapon upgrades... anything precise about how the weapon upgrades were gonna work in this version, but I don't. I think we only did 2 upgrades with the regular bloodstone shards as opposed to 3 upgrades that you can do in, you know, actual Bloodborne. Yeah, let's see, I'm guessing that my best bet to try and make it over the Cleric Beast ostensibly is gonna be to start a Great Bonfire. Again, just kind of run through, and I don't quite remember if like the like group of enemies that has like a couple of dogs and like 4 dudes is on a separate screen from where the 2, like the place at the top of the bridge, where the 2 werewolves are that I avoided last time. Probably didn't even have to go through this particular gate, could have just stayed on the other raised walkway. I'm pretty sure I opened the gate that was on the right side, but I just kind of forgot about that, so... Oh well, not a huge difference, I would presume. But yeah, also kind of weird that you apparently just don't have any opportunity at all to regain your lost echoes if you die. This version. It seems like an odd departure from, oh Jesus. Odd departure from all the FromSoft mechanics that you would expect. Like specifically that one. And then there is that. Honestly, it feels like I should have been able to run through it, but a bit too much going on there. We'll try one more time. Try as many times as it takes, I suppose.
It's all your fault!
So we can't just go through here now. We'd have to go through the middle after all. And now we're just right here, so we can try to get right here. Guess what I'll do is just immediately make a... freaking 90-degree turn and see if I can just go around the corner there without these fellas having the chance to jump at me. Also giving this guy with the gun a much lower window of opportunity to attack me. That seems to be the right thing to do. And now, yeah, this is potentially a suicide run just to be able to get to where I would expect Cleric Beast to be, but that's fine. Also ignoring all the stuff on the sides of the screen here, but that's fine. There's, oh jeez, what the f... Also apparently me getting stuck into geometry of floors, which I was not expecting, coming to a complete and utter standstill. That part I was not expecting. Alright, 3rd time's a charm, surely. I'm also really hoping that the actual Cleric Beast area is going to be like a separate loading screen as well. So that the rest of the... Wait, what? Just saying that I actually got hit by a melee strike there. Oh, there wasn't anything on the screen, that's curious. Interesting. Kind of weird how some of the hitboxes work in this version, though. Definitely say that. Okay, this time I will try to do this the impatient way. Just go straight through. Okay, this is definitely a suicide run with all the health I've lost. And that's fine, because I guess my one and only purpose at this point, oh geez, is to verify whether or not the Cleric Beast area is even reachable. It's still very much my express purpose at this point, and we're about to find out, because I believe I just gotten to the point where we're going to find that out. That's going to be decided. We are here. What happens if I just check this place out? Alright. Okay. I'm honestly quite pleased by the fact that these like weird MIDI arrange versions of the music that I've heard so far exist. I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this knowledge, this awareness. Oh, there we go. I was waiting for me, like, waiting to get like literally a single tap that would result in me dying. And it came, but I believe that would be definitely perfectly possible for me to beat that, assuming that I don't just cheese the... because just the setup towards just going into the boss area as bad as I have been doing so far, but I mean there's a perfectly good reason why I did it right, so let's just do that again in a more practical fashion. And I have every bit of faith that we'll be able to do all the things. Okay, so this time we're gonna be patient here and wait for enemies to like hold the position. Or we make our mad sprint. Right. Position a little too well, you might say. Yeah, he's running, and also please do not. But I can't ask the gunner guy, who seems to have become a hit scan gunner, as opposed to well, that not being the case in the original Bloodborne. Oh, for fuck's sake! Well, it would be nice if these guys didn't also become like immediately aggroed to my presence. Oh well. Ooh. Didn't even see the prompt for the fog wall there, but I just kind of assumed that it would be there. Guessing that the boss is also gonna be just like present immediately if I go back in. Nope, never mind. Oh, never mind. Oh, then never mind. It is actually under immediately. I go back in after the first time. I'm guessing that just like, you know, oh, it's like a cleric beast. You're better off not locking on at all. Wow. Okay, never mind. A couple of blood vials I think I used in that were actually completely wasted. This might actually be a challenge just because of the changes in the interface. But I'm inclined to try. Only hope that I don't end up like I'm actually kind of curious about something. What if for me to like leave the game, exit the game? What happens if I do that at this exact point? Because you notice how all the saves you have to do in this are manual. It doesn't autosave. So if I were to load into this, okay, I think I can do some cheese. Let's go to Hunter Stream. Let me take a look at my weapon. Here it's +1, so yeah, I still need to give it the second upgrade, so... Yeah, there's certain things in, you know, the actual original FromSoft games that you can't really cheese terribly effectively just because of the fact that they autosave all the time. Oh hey, the ball is like in here, oh oops.
Welcome home, good. What is it?
Little ones, inhabitants of the dream. Yeah.
Farewell, may you find your work.
I mean, there wasn't a fireplace in the house in the original game, right? So impossible for her to be like that. Have like kind of a a kind of special animation that you could find her in. But let's see, let's go to the Great Bonfire one, because I guess I'm just gonna keep on doing the same thing. Same kind of run up to the boss. I'm gonna keep on attempting the same run up to the boss that I've done so far. Seems like it works well enough, I suppose. Well enough to keep it trying. Actually, before we do anything else, let me do this one more time so I can save one more time. It's gonna be my current state that I find it acceptable to go back to, and let's go. Oh god, look at that stylistic low frame rate. It's like we've made it back to Blighttown or something. Alright, let's, I guess, stand a little bit farther back or a little bit in a more strategic position while we wait for the... I still need to perfect the method, I guess, that I need to use to time this approach just right. Wait for the dog to go all the way forward and then... Oh shit, oh, damn it. Get stuck in the geometry a bit. Oh, that didn't quite work out. But at least I don't have to do anything as far as reloading, because... Not right now, because I didn't really lose anything. That timeline. But yeah, boy, boy. Okay, once again, I have no idea how it could possibly feel like that to have hit me with melee there, but... Right now, that doesn't matter. Right now, let's just focus on see if I can. Wait, what? You can actually get your souls back, I'm guessing, based on the fact that that thing has glowing eyes, even though that didn't seem to be an option at all before. Strange. Okay, I'm gonna try to... Run past the corner here. It's one of the important parts in trying to run past her in a way that doesn't feel completely unsalvageable would be to ensure that you go past the gun guy fast enough that he doesn't have a chance to shoot you. And there's this... Two werewolves. Run past them quickly enough that they don't chance to get in the way here. Alright, that was reasonably clean, I would say. Wonder if we actually have a chance this time. Let me actually see if I can give another try to the whole how do you do this again? Hold on, yeah, there we go. Attack with this version of the saw cleaver, because I feel like it's not a huge difference in damage output, whether it be transformed or not. At least down here. Okay, that was pretty much inevitable there, but... And I mean, according to the tutorials in the Hunter stream, visual attacks are supposed to exist in this version too, right? So, shit. I think we're actually about to win here. Yep. Just killed Cleric Beast. Slaughtered Cleric Beast. And got the Soul Hunter badge and got 4k Bloody Ghosts, not even souls. But the gates to the Cathedral Ward are shut tight, but if it is also like in the original, then yeah, they just got a new lantern opportunity. Right here. Oh, that was an interesting, interesting sequence of events that led to us actually being able to kill this game's version of Cleric Beast. Actually a little bit disappointed because I feel like I definitely need to go look up if I can get at this game's version of the Cleric Beast track. I want to hear that more. But we'll save again, for certain. I believe that I am okay with staying in this timeline, and we'll I guess go to the Hunter stream. And see if we can use some of these fancy schmancy Bloody Ghosts to level up some more. I guess the doll must be inside here since she's not outside. It's kind of weird looking for her. Oh, we also got 5 insight, which I didn't notice. I guess we got like multiple points of insight just from fighting the Cleric Beast. I guess that means we can check out what's behind the number 3 door here. Let's see exactly what that's. We're gonna find out. It had always been that way. Get back outside though. But which part of the Hunter stream area exactly? I guess we have to come back here because that's where the doll is hanging out now. But there's also a Bath Messenger thing, which I guess is oh, this is where you give them like the attire. We can give them the rumpled hat. Or the black hood? Well, I mean, we have the black hood. And look. Oh, they even have like a little dance. Have equipped. We can also, I guess, maybe give them the black hood if we take it off of ourselves. I'm not even sure when we got that, but.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Well, what's up with you here? Little ones. They don't have to
Very well.
have that dialogue.
Let me now shut.
Now shut your eyes. We can level up 3 times, and level up 3 times we shall. I don't know why the HP comes blue when you get to this point and not at any point earlier, but sure, a couple times. And we'll also probably get 1 more point of endurance, just so we can round it out a bit more. Sure. Yeah, maybe put even, yeah, probably just continue to put even more points into HP, at least until we get to like 1000 or something. Usually a good idea in these types of games anyway. Especially in vanilla Bloodborne, which, you know, wonder if fucking chalice dungeons exist in this. Probably not. Wouldn't expect them to. But if they do, you know, if there's any version of Bloodborne that has anything to do with chalice dungeons, and you want to go into that mechanic with any kind of depth, any kind of dedication to find out what, like all the things you can do in them, then you probably know why it's a good idea to just dump as much points into health as possible. Wonder what's behind the number 7 door. Maybe find out eventually if I keep going. Let me just do one thing before I stop. I feel like I'm about ready to stop here. I've needed the Cleric Beast to the break. Great bridge. And just kind of backtrack a little bit. I guess you have to go through like the sewer area if you want to. Get to Father Gascoigne and beyond. Good stuff. But before I do that, I'm just a little bit curious to see if we can get into like the houses on the street and all that stuff. It seems like just maybe that might be an option. I just don't. If I don't just ignore, well, I guess not here. Or maybe here, though. Yeah, if I don't just ignore the stuff that's on the side of the screen that you can see if you go past the point where the werewolves are, but before you get to where the derelict state. You get like multiple different areas that get like their own area identifier, even though that wasn't a thing in the original. Very interesting. Now, because of how white these bladed weapons are, these guys are like a lot easier to see than they were in the original game. And the hunt began, the healing church, all yarn and burned to the ground. Yeah, that's also a direct transplantation, a text from the original, but I mean, can we just open these doors? Yeah, I guess we can. At least that one. Oh, this one too. Because it's so dark, I'm guessing that it's gonna be an area transition between like the inside of this house and maybe not. Well, this part of the inside of the house didn't exist in the original, I don't think. Here's yet another little variation that's just unique. And look, that's the most interesting part of this whole thing, honestly, the way that the layout of the game world is so different compared to the original. And how that actually is arranged in a way that actually makes sense compared, or, well, because of the aesthetic that they're trying to emulate, that classic PS1 aesthetic. That would seem like Nightmare Creatures or something like that. Oh shit. Oh shit, what did you get out? Where did you come from, for that matter? Well, here's another one. I'm a little weirded out by the fact that I still can't kill them in one hit, but leave them with like a tiny sliver of life. But okay. I wonder if we can also like recruit the... like make it a cathedral ward and recruit the survivors in this version. But here's someone we should be able to talk to. Resident appears to be dead. Really? I mean, that's different. Of course, there is like a pool of blood coming from underneath the door, but that is different. And I'm kind of wondering if we can go this way. Can we meet Eileen the Crow? Hunter? Is that also going to be a thing? I mean, I would imagine that maybe that's a thing. There's so many questions that I have, but I feel like I have to stop it. I'm gonna get a little too late for my own personal purposes, but I guess one thing, like if I were to want to beeline it to one thing, it would be trying to figure out if Eileen the Crow is here and... oh, what the fuck? I'm expecting like the regular werewolves to come back here. For some reason. I say for some reason, I know exactly what the reason is. It's because there was no regular werewolf there. It was like those guys that were like more partially transformed beasts, but they weren't werewolves yet. They were like bipeds with spears and shit. Random sewers, okay. I guess part of that separate area, that's presumably the lead up to Escaline, like I said. That's why they have it as a separate thing. Okay, that still works. It looks like we can go this way so we can meet Eileen. Come here. Yep, sure is someone here.
Oh, a hunter, are you? And an outsider?
Yep.
What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights.
It's a surprisingly clear
Here.
voice sample
To welcome you,
transplantation.
hunter.
Clear sounding, that is. All hunters mark times 4. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. Here in our hearts are a little different, so I guess gestures don't exist in this version, so hunter must hunt. So we don't get a gesture from her in this version, at least. Oh, whoops. Just fucked up here. Alright, now might be a good time for me to, like, walk myself back and try to... at least get back to a place where I can save, because I'm guessing that there's gonna be new, just based on what I've seen so far, there's gonna be new lamps in new places here, but I have no idea where they are, obviously. Top hat. Probably change my equipment a bit, but... yeah, but nothing, let's do it right away. Top hat... probably gonna be better. We have rumpled hat. Oh no, I guess we actually did pretty much give away the rumpled hat to the messengers. Oh shit, fuck, I didn't actually mean to... I survived. But if there's anything like the original, there's some rats down here, and they're probably gonna make it pretty difficult to... maybe not quite as difficult, actually, never mind. I get the feeling these guys will, though. It's unfortunate because, nope, I survived. I guess I'm gonna actually try to survive, because I would prefer not to lose all these echoes. We got Twin Bloodstone Shard. At least we got one of those things. One of these should be a dead end with an item right here, that one. If there's more insight down there, we can see it from here. And we can collect it right away. Yeah. Just need one more point of insight before we can open the 7th door. Wonder where we're gonna be able to find it. Gonna have to come from like the next boss fight, or if we can find another like freestanding point of insight before that. Alright, I guess my final mission here is just gonna be either finding my way back to the previous kind of area that I can navigate from, or just sort of walk around here until I figure out where another lamp is. What the fuck is that? Surely there's gonna be a reliable way to farm blood vials here, just like in the original game. Would hope so. Like if I want to make any actual attempt at getting through as much of this game as possible, then I would want that. Rely on that. Certain. Right, it came from there. I'm guessing that the funky corpses with long arms are also going to be somewhere down here in this version. But I'm wondering what they're going to look like and like. Just gonna try to make my way back up. Actually, I'm gonna make an attempt to go back to a place that I was in before. That does seem like the best option. Okay, came up through there. And there I go by is there a possible entryway to go back into the kind of within the building area that I was in before? I guess not. That's different. Hold on. What happens if I go towards the part of the ladder again and go in the other direction? Oh, never mind, it's here. I just went right past it. Now the question is, are there gonna be like a bunch of werewolves in here? A couple of the like biped humanoid beasts in this room, original game, but I don't know if they exist in this version of what I saw before. They're just replaced by the werewolves. A couple of normal dudes over there. I guess that at least those guys that I was talking about just a moment ago are replaced by the werewolves. Like beasts. Oh shit, fuck. Shit. Just wanna, you know, hit once, but I need my stamina to come back. Else I'm not gonna be able to do that. Well, it does look like you can probably farm the werewolves for more blood vials, which is something that pretty much is also true in the original, so it's like a fair way to go about it. Yeah, we're going back. Probably pause real quick just so I can look at the numbers for... Oh, whoops. I say whoops, but more like just noticing something. That makes sense, which is that I am guessing I am observing that, you know, just like in the actual FromSoft games, it looks like pausing or bringing up the pause screen doesn't actually pause the game. Something that I hadn't quite observed before, but makes a bit of sense. Alright, or anymore. Now this one here, I guess I'm finally hitting them or killing them in one hit, which I didn't think I was doing before. You can just head back over here into like the indoor area, which I didn't actually necessarily mean to exit in the first place when I was first going through here, but you know. Like the States. Still pretty surprised that it's counted as a separate area at all, though. What's in here? Will do. That nice. Hardly can't get to that door behind all that debris, but it probably just means that it doesn't go anywhere. Kinda curious to see. Oh, what the fuck? Didn't expect to find those two guys. Never mind. Not as curious anymore. Silver bullets, quicksilver bullets, and I hope I have a stockpile. Like I said, would be really nice. Okay, so I do kind of want to take a quick look around here before I goodness, continue to make the beeline to... Okay, so these two doors connect to different parts of the same room. Continue to make the beeline back to the... lamp, I guess. nearest lamp that I'm actually aware of that I can reach reliably would be the one that is where the cleric beast used to be. Guess I would just go there, just sprint past some of the enemies to get there. Stone shard. Oh, this is open, but it also goes to a separate area too. What area would that be, I wonder? Oh shit. Actually open up the other shortcut back to the lamp that's right outside where Gilbert is, I guess, and maybe talk to him again. We should have different dialogue after we kill the cleric beast. Oh, this is different too.
You needn't concern yourself with me. I'm afraid I'm of little help now. What afflicted me was incurable, but this town gave me hope. Their strange blood bought me time. I was most fortunate, unharmed by the plague of beasts. I can even die human. But before I take this...
You've seen the flame sprayer, yeah. That's actually a thing that can be done in the original game as well. If you come to talk to him at a certain time, you can get a free flame sprayer. Great bridge is closed, I see. You could try the sewers. There's a rather, how should I put it, colorful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, the sewers lead to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd probably want to visit, but really want to get over there. We'll go for it. Okay. To Hunter Stream again. To level up a bit more and then probably just save and leave it
Welcome.
there.
What is it you...
Well, I
Very
think
well. Let the echoes let me now shut.
No, shut it. Put this time 1 point in strength just so I can have a tiny bit more attack. And also 1 more point of vitality. Probably I'll continue to dump points into vitality if it keeps up like this. And we say Orland is now level 16 instead.
Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth.
Well, I think we can find our worth in many different ways, but yeah. I think I'm gonna be leaving things off here for the time being. I can prepare for a few things. And unwind a bit before I'll try sleeping, I guess. I say try a few things, but that would just be sleeping. In preparation for the difficult stuff that happens in a very early fashion on Thursdays, for me at least, so. Kind of curious to see what the cheats are about, but I would like to be able to find out any of that just by playing this version of the game. I have to look that up, like with certain other, I guess, modern games that have cheats. Like those, at least. Probably wouldn't look into that in too much of a hurry right now, though, because I'm honestly pretty impressed, pretty amazed by how this is going so far, how this has gone so far. I don't know if I want to keep streaming this, but definitely something to check out if you're a fan of Bloodborne stuff, or a fan of From Software stuff, and particularly Bloodborne. And particularly if you're already, reasonably familiar with the original, since I feel like this is the kind of thing that you definitely want to go into with that knowledge, so you can have frame of reference for a number of things, but even if not, I'm kind of wondering, like at this point I wouldn't be surprised at all if there were like some people that never actually played the actual Bloodborne that were playing this version. I mean, this is definitely the only version that has ever been of Bloodborne that has ever been reliably made available for PC, so, you know, there's that. I wonder if that'll change ever, even though that's a massive meme. And it probably won't, but I'll go ahead and play something so I can... Oh, well, do you know what this is like? This got put on the playlist by complete coincidence, because it's one of the tracks that exists in the Trauma Team OST, so... always possible for it to end up on here, even though this is a track that's... well, it's the final boss track pretty much from Trauma Team that's ended up on the spotlight for a number of reasons in a couple of different places, so... not what you'd call terribly surprising to see pop up, depending on how you look at that. But yeah. Bloodborne PSX, a very detailed experience, which I am pleasantly surprised with, and which I may very well go back to, though it would probably be off stream. But for now I will simply go over to the end of the stream. It was fun, it was a fun time. It was nice to be able to check it out, and it was nice to be able to at least get another bit of streaming in with my complete and utter unreliability in that department, but I'll see if I can do a little bit more of that next week. Like I said, maybe even try to do like another co-op thing at some point this weekend. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it tomorrow. Or Friday. I don't think it will be possible Friday, but who knows, and if it happens, then if it's possible for it to happen, then see like what I can do, as usual. But yeah, for now I think I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap things up. Let me take a quick look at some things on the side here. Well, I guess as part of my dealers, why not? I can go ahead and look at this, open up the tab real quick. And take a quick gander at what's going on here. Yeah, I figured why not. Let's try. My stream dealer stuff coming back from the dead, effectively. And coming back to stream as a semi-regular thing that I actually do because I'm not being impeded from doing it by various persistent and chronic, with every waking moment, miscellaneous health issues that refuse to go away, even though they should be a lot more transient than they turned out to be. Long story short, let me see if I can throw a quick raid at our old buddies, the Midnight, who are live right now, doing a bit of Fallout 4, by the looks of things. Which ironically is, like, I think Fallout as a whole is a series that I am unfamiliar with, except for a very, very small portion of playing Fallout 1 because of my own very stubborn prerogative that I need to have seriation with any kind of legacy stuff like that I play or that I experience. Which is probably for the same reason why I won't end up playing like anything to do with The Witcher on stream anytime soon, because of the stuff I have decided for myself that I would want to experience before I get around to playing any of the games to begin with, but I will check it out anyway. But yeah, Midnight's friend of the stream. Cool people who play a lot of indie games and just a wide variety of things, and we've seen them around here quite a number of times, so it'll probably be nice to go say hi. But for now I will say I'm not quite sure exactly when I'm going to be streaming again. I guess I'm going to try to see if I can do like a weekend, but otherwise I'll see if I can come back next week with like maybe actually bring back some of the stuff that I left unfinished. So we'll take it easy. I think everybody for coming like always. Thanks for chatting. It's great whenever people chat, and I'll be seeing you later.